Well, these two journals are the result of the one journal I started to make, and I was going to put them together as one journal and decided to do two journals out of them. So this is the first signature that I had finished, and I put a separate cover on the front and on the back, and then I put this lace over the spine, and I did the other one just a little bit differently, but I'm just going to do a walkthrough because I did go ahead and put all the ephemera in these journals. And so I'm just going to do a walkthrough with you. And you've probably seen a lot of this, but I can't remember where I started and where I stopped. So here we go. This is the inside cover of this one. And I have this journal card in here. I always put some sort of a pocket on the inside and the back cover. And this is one of the Carmina flowers that I used on this little tag. You might recall this is vellum here, and this was a piece of packaging. I think it was on crackers or something, and this was open. So I just put vellum and a sticker or a cutout behind there. Made a cute little tag. And this one's got lots of pages for journaling. Nice big journal tag here. This is a Tim Holtz die cut, and I just made it in white. And a butterfly die cut that I have, and I put stickles on it to give it sparkle. Okay, and then this ribbon up here on top has a sparkle on it. This is just a piece of ephemera that I had that I glued on here. This is like one of those tall notepads. And this is a Dear Julie digital. Music paper, and I just put a pocket on here and big tag in there. Coffee dyed paper. Journal card, and this was in my stash. I decided to try and use some stash. This might have come out of some of Tim Holtz' big pack of ephemera I got from Tim Holtz one time. So I thought that went in there really well. This is another Carmina flower I put here on this pocket. And this tag, I put a piece of vellum over the top. It's kind of pretty. Oh, and this is the middle. And I forgot I was going to put charms here, and I'm going to do that. I have some little butterflies and some dragonflies. So I'll put a dragonfly and a little butterfly on here. I will do that later. But here's a little tag. This was made out of, I think I had this tag in my stash, and it's made out of masterboard. And I just added these to it. And like I said before in one of my one of my videos, if you have pieces of ephemera that you've done already, like out of masterboard or whatever, you don't like the color but you want to use it, you can, a lot of times you can change the colors. Like, say this had a bright pink or bright orange piece right here, you could just cover that with something different. And yeah, you can change them up a little bit to conform to what you're trying to use. Not always, but a lot of times you can. It's another big tag I made. And then this was just a piece of ephemera that I had. I'm not sure where I got these. I think somebody sent this to me in Happy Mail, sent me a couple of these. I thought they were really cute. So put that down in there. And then this came in some Happy Mail or ephemera pack or something. It was really cute. So here, this is another Tim Holtz, one of his cutouts, like that white one. And I had this in my stash already cut out in the pinks. Put that butterfly on. Okay, and then I made this journal card to go in here. And this is one of those triple tags that I made one time in a video. And it's got a little pocket on the front with a little tag in it. These were fun to make. So I put that in there, and it goes with these colors, so that's why I used that one. And then on the other side, this is a big belly band that I had put washi tape and stickers, piece of ephemera on here, and then this little saying, it says attitude is everything. And then just a plain journal card. I didn't even really decorate it. I mounted it on index card. So that fits in there like that. This was the other side of that page I took out of a calendar. And this was that clear pocket I had made out of a piece of packaging. Okay, so I put that tag in there, really cute. I love making these pockets out of packaging, especially when I don't want to cover up pretty digital. That's usually what I do, either use this or vellum, because then you can still see the paper. I hate covering up pretty paper. And then this is a nice tall pocket here, and I made this journal card. Kind of looks like a well, it says postcard. It's a postcard ephemera. So I added this stamp, a sticker that looks like, you know, a cancellation stamp. And this is a sticker also. A little pocket here, and I put this journaling card in here, and this is just a piece of ephemera. And then this is the back cover. And on this pocket, if you recall, I had a white pocket, and I put this grid. This was a die cut. I cut out of a coordinating color. This piece of ephemera was actually quite a bit bigger, and I cut it to fit this. So don't be afraid to cut your stuff. And then this is just like a double tag. You can open it up. You can write on the back, write on the inside. Okay. So that is the first journal. And I just put this ribbon on here for closure. These journals will be in my Etsy shop. And I'll have to go back in and put these charms. Okay, and then this is the second one. This one's a little chunkier. And what I did on this one is I took a piece of this paper that we use on the inside, just covered the front. I wrapped it around, and then I took another piece and cut it and glued it on the back. So I didn't make separate cover for the front and the back. It's all one cover. But I forgot to put ribbon in there before I put the cover on. So I have a big piece of ribbon here that will just wrap around it to close it. So that's the closure for this one. Okay, and these have about the same number of papers in them, but this one ended up being a lot chunkier. I'm not sure why. I might have put more pockets in here, so I had to fill it with more tags, so that was probably why. This is a Tim Holtz die cut right here. And a nice big tag that I made, and it's got, this is a sticker, this is a sticker. Okay. And on the inside of this cover, I think I might have shown you this already, that this is a napkin I used on both on the inside. Okay, and on this side of this music paper, I just cut a piece with my deckled scissors, cut out a piece of this Amazon paper and put on here for writing. Put this little butterfly, and I just glued this strip on the bottom. And then on the other side is a belly band. And again, I put washi tape and stickers to decorate. And this is the journal card that I have in there. Isn't that sweet? It's got a little bunny. Coordinating colors. Okay. I've got, this is my coffee dyed paper. Put a pocket on here and made this pretty little journal card. I love this. I just have one of Tim's phrases on here. And this is a washi butterfly. And then I just took a tab, made a tab out of a torn piece of paper, put on the top. And this is that pocket that I had in my stash that I made quite a while ago. And I had stamped all on the front of it. Glued this picture in here. This was out of a magazine. And then I made this tall tag on an index card. And that just fits in there. Got lots of space to write in this journal also. I love these papers. And then this pretty one's got a lot of purple. This is a vellum because I didn't want to cover this paper. So that's a vellum pocket. Put some embellishments here. And then made this coordinating purple journal card or tag to go in here. And get it back in. There we go. Make sure I'm still in screen. Okay, and then this pocket was one I had in my stash a long time ago. I made this and I sewed around it. And I really don't sew around my ephemera, but I had a bee in my bonnet one day and decided, well, I'm going to try to make some sewed ephemera, but quickly decided I wasn't going to do that. Very time consuming, but it's beautiful. I see people do it all the time, and it really takes your journals to a next level. This tag, I just did a lot of stamping on it, layering, stickers. Yeah, fun, lots of fun. It coordinates with this page here, which I just put a strip over here, like kind of like washi tape, and then this is a number that was out of you'll see the 20 somewhere else. It might be in the other book. I cut the 2025 in half and used part of it on this page. Here's another Carmina flower. And I put a piece of paper in here for journaling and then made this cute little tag to put in here. That's a washi butterfly, piece of washi tape, and another little flower. I think I got these from Hobby Lobby, and then just made a tab. These are kind of my favorite kind of tabs to use on tags. Okay, and then over here, all I did was put a piece of washi tape across the bottom. Made this little journal card. It's got a sticker, butterfly sticker on it. That's the only thing I did to the front of that. And did some inking. And this is another piece of ephemera out of Tim's pack. I'm trying to use my stuff up. I've had some of this stuff forever. And this is another one of those tall tags that I made with the old-fashioned, has the old-fashioned tie up here on the front top. That's a sticker, that's a sticker, that's a sticker. And that's a sticker. And this is a sticker. It's got lots of stickers on here. Okay. And then this was that pocket that I folded over and brought the other part of it onto this side, made another pocket and made a tab on. There's the other part of the 2025, so there's the 20. I hope I'm in screen. Okay, and then this is a journal card I made using the butterfly as a belly band. Okay, and used a skinny, I had to use a skinny tag to put in there because of where the glue came. It didn't leave a whole lot of room to put tag in there. So that's an itty bitty tag. Okay, and then here's the middle. And I was going to put these two together, so I had cut this string because I only put charms in one signature. So this one will not have any charms unless I hang something maybe off of this tab or something. But I mean, you could figure out a way to do it. But there's a long tag here. I put lots of stickles and 3 of these flowers up here. This goes really cute. This is all part of the same digital. It's not the main page digitals that I used in here, but this is Dear Julie Julie digitals. And then this was a negative from a butterfly that I die cut, so I used that. Just put vellum behind it and then just glued it on there. So pretty. And I've talked about before, it was one of my very first videos where you just save your negatives that you have when you cut things out with punches or die cuts, because you can use them. And there's another pocket I made. It's a pocket with a job, Julie says. So there's a vellum pocket. This is a sticker I put on there and a little tag. And this is a little piece of ephemera, and then this is a sticker, and this is a sticker. So very cute. And then I just put these little tabs over the holes on this ledger paper. And I think I made this with you also, where this was on a packaging, and this is the way it was shaped. And I thought, oh, that'd be really cute just to put over a page and have text up on top. So I made a little journal card, put them in there. These are both stickers. And then this journal card. goes up in there. This is also a sticker. And I just put this ribbon up here on top. And I put a little glue in there so it wouldn't come out. All right, and then this envelope I had in my stash that was the perfect color that coordinated with the colors in here. So, and this is another Carmina flower. I thought that looked really cute on there. And so I cut it on the side and glued on the inside. I glued this paper and then made this big journaling card with the tab to put in there so you would know there was a card in there. And then on the other side, this was a short page from that calendar page, so I glued that onto the back of that page. Okay, so it made a full page and then made a pocket out of that. And I put this piece of ephemera on here and put this piece of trim. Thought that was so pretty. And this, I think this was just another piece of paper I had ripped out and put behind there. Okay. So that just goes in there like that. And let's see. It's so pretty. I love this. Okay, so this page, I wanted to use this somewhere. I just wanted this part, and I'm like, how am I going to do that? So what I did was I ended up putting it in with a hinge, gluing it to this page, and then I put a piece of washi tape over the inside, and then put a piece of that same washi tape over here to just bring this together. And then I just folded that in, and so it's like a tip-in page. I just love that. Well, you know, I love butterflies. I love butterflies, and I cannot lie. So on this page, I used this paper because it had the yellow, and I thought it looked so pretty on here. And I just tore out a piece of paper, put there, had this bird on it. This Tim Holtz saying out of his book, and made that journal card. Fits in there just like that. And then I put one of Carmina's flowers on there. So cute. And here's the other pocket that I put over here and made this journal card. And the only thing I put on here was this little sticker butterfly. Okay. And let's see. And I just glued this. I just cut this out of one of Dear Julie's digitals and glued it on here for writing space. Same with this, only I just tore around it. And here we are at the back page. And this is the inside pocket. Big journaling card back here with another old-fashioned tie on the top. And I put one of Tim's deals down here, and I just cut it into 3 pieces. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. And I just put a sticker, butterfly sticker on there. So there is this journal, and yeah, so I just decided to make 2 journals out of these instead of one big fat one. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know which one you like the best. I like this one the best, but probably just because it has more stuff in it, but I will probably sell it for a little more than the other one. But yeah, so fun, and I'm glad I decided to make 2 out of it instead of 1. Okay, so there are the 2 journals that started out as 1. Okay, let me know what you think, and thank you for hanging out with me, and please press the like button, and we will see you soon. Bye.